Hello everyone, it's me again, back with video editing software, yay! So hopefully I'll be able to cut things out and add things in. I've got plans. The only reason I couldn't get any editing software before was because I was kind of stuck in the stone age with my old iPhone, but I managed to get one given to me by my lovely mother-in-law. So now I've upgraded and I can actually get more apps on my phone, so now I can edit videos. Yippee! So, hope you're all doing okay. I'm not doing too bad. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening here. It's already pitch black, freezing cold. So yeah, just the usual I suppose. Hope everyone's getting in the Christmas spirit and got all their decorations up and whatnot. We're trying to decorate at the moment. So annoyingly we can't put anything up because we're waiting for our plasterers and people to come round, so it's kind of annoying, but there we go. This Christmas doesn't really matter. I'm looking forward to next Christmas when little baby will be around. That should be fun. But yeah, like I said, now I've got my editing software, I should be able to flip the camera around and show you my progress and things a lot easier. So without further ado, I will show you the progress I have made since making the last proper video. Okay, so this is my lovely dream princess, as Estella called it. I started down there a while back. I've worked my way up. We have got legs and a dress and a face. And I worked all the way up. That was the last section I'd done, was in that corner. Wasn't too bad to do, lots of confetti though, lots and lots. And this is the section I'm working on now. I tend to work on quite big sections. But this corner has got the most blue in it out of all the pictures, well, the rest of the picture. The blue hell, as I've nicknamed it. Because, as I've mentioned before with this picture, there are a few tiles that look very, very, very similar. There's B's, 8s and @ signs. And yeah, they're so smudged and black, I literally cannot read it, even with a phone. Because that's usually what I would do, just use the camera on my phone and zoom in, and then usually you can tell them apart, but yeah, not with this. I've just been able to look at it and say if it's got a hint of purple or a little tiny hint of green, but I think you have to be very good at noticing subtle changes in colours for that. But even though there are probably quite a lot of mistakes, I got there in the end. So still, there's probably going to be a lot of blue going down there. This is what it will look like eventually. So I've only got this tiny picture to go by. I lost the picture on my iPad, but it should be really nice by the time it's done. And we're over the halfway mark, so I'm happy, making good progress. Now the other thing that I've done was I have a new start to show you and have a finish. And since the finish is up on my shelf, I will show you the new start first, which is my Wolves in the Snow. Well, Wolves in the Snow, I should say. This is what it will look like when it's done. This was one of the first pictures that I got when I ordered my house I completed. I ordered that one as well. And not a lot of progress yet, but that's how where I've got to so far. I only started it the other day. Just a bit of sky and some trees, and as you can see I have quite a lot of black to do. I've already made a start on the black, but yeah, I think all the trees are going to be quite black heavy, but to be honest, with all the confetti from the other picture, I really don't mind. It's quite nice to just sit and have YouTube on or music on and just work away with one colour. It's just a lot more chilled out. 1 second and I shall show you my finish. Okay, so this is my latest finish, what I'll just call my blue flowers in a vase. All done, very sparkly. It didn't take me that long to do, although I did have several breaks, so it felt like a lot longer. It was quite interesting doing this one because unlike when you do it with a square resin tiles. When you do it with these round ones, the markings on the canvas, they are just circles with the number in, but there's no black outline around the circle, like usually with these ones, say, you have the black outline, but not with these ones. So when you have a white colour or a light colour, it's pretty much invisible. You don't really have much to go by. So that's why, to me, this isn't as neat as I would have liked it. And also, I did find it quite difficult. There was some dark blue tiles. Although they're a lovely colour, they're kind of a cobalt glass sort of colour. It was so hard to tell whether I'd filled them in or not. I started down here, worked all my way up and around, and by the time I was pretty much done, I realised that there was a few things that I hadn't stuck down, but luckily the glue was still quite sticky. This is only a small one, I think it's only 25 by 25. So, as you can see, like with the rose, I've just taped it down because it kept folding up. But I shall untape it, and I'll probably just get a frame online and frame this one and stick it up on my wall. And like the rose that I done, I'll probably just go on to eFrame or another website and just get a frame from there, just a cheap one, and frame it myself, because it's not really worth taking it to a framer. It'll probably cost way too much and it's not really worth it. One other thing that I thought I'd mention is I thought I would try something new. As you can see around the edge here, I've stuck some masking tape down, because obviously you have the sticky bits around the edge, and it's very easy to end up getting, you know, bits of fabric from your clothes or just dirt on there, and it really gets on my nerves, especially when you have to lean over and your hand just gets stuck to the outside. So I put a bit of masking tape down, and hopefully that should keep things clean, and by the end of it I should be able to take it off fairly easily. I know that a few people, when I've seen them working on their pictures, they put post-its around the edge, but I tried that and it didn't go very well. They just kept sliding around everywhere and falling off. So for me that didn't work, but I know other people use that technique. And also I peeled a bit of this back. I wanted to show you the Nightmare Blue. That is literally, that's it. There's only a tiny bit, but as you can see, there's at signs, there's B's and there's 8's. Which is which? God knows. But that's only a teeny tiny section. But you see what I mean, that sometimes with these kits, they're just so blurry and it's just so hard to tell. But there we go. There'll be mistakes, but I'm sure I'll have enough tiles, and they're so similar in colour that if I run out of one, I can just use one of the others. While I'm up and moving about, I might as well show you my storage for tiles from pictures that I've completed. Obviously I don't have many of these little pots at the moment. I'll end up buying more at some point. But what I've been doing, oh, that's really messy. Get a neater one. What I've been doing is sticking labels on with the DMC number, and then I just whack the tiles in, and it seems to be working really well. I got these from eBay. I think it was about £10 for 10 of them. But you can also buy them from China for about the same price. But I just find that that's quite a nice way to store them. But yeah, they're pretty much all full or almost full just from that house picture that I had completed. But yeah, like I said, I'll buy more and eventually this drawer will just be full of spare tiles. The rhinestones, because they don't correspond to the DMC colours, I think there's a lot less colours of rhinestone. I'm not sure how many, but I know there's a lot less. So I have just been keeping them in little bags. They just go in a little box. And they're just going these sort of little bags in here. I don't even mark the bags up with anything. Those numbers don't mean anything, they're just from something else. Just so if I do another rhinestone picture, I'll just look for a similar colour, because it's not universal across all kits like the resin tiles. So I'd probably just colour match. But it's good to keep a supply anyway. And that's how I store all my spare tiles. Okay, back again. I thought I'd show you something that I found on AliExpress. And I thought it might be worth showing you if you haven't seen it. You can buy kits now that have got special tiles, which varies it up a bit. If you go on AliExpress and you just search for diamond painting, as you usually would, and then special shaped or specially shaped, and you should get things like this. This is an example of one of them. As you can see, you have special shapes that are iridescent. Some examples up there, and things like this as well. There's a few peacock pictures that have it, and they have nice big jaws that go in the tails. Haven't tried any of these, and I haven't seen any finished pictures, but I do think they seem quite interesting, and at least it's a change. And also I've seen ones that mix the square resin tiles with the round rhinestones, which I think probably look really nice. Also, I ended up putting together, because I think I've only got one other pattern that I haven't started yet. So I've been on the lookout for other ones I want to start. So I've ended up making a folder of all the ones that I like, and well, yeah, there's a lot of them. I think the problem is that on AliExpress there's so much choice that you don't know what to pick, or I don't anyway. I just feel spoiled for choice. I don't know if anyone else has that problem. That's the trouble, if you have a few options, then I think sometimes it does make it easier rather than having a million different choices. What else was I going to talk to you about? Oh, I was going to say something. I meant to say this on the last one. Hang on, let me grab my pen. These little pens that you usually get with the rhinestone pictures, or I think you get them with the resin tile pictures as well. It took me so long to realise how you put the glue on the end, and I feel really stupid. But, I mean, I've just got a blob stuck on the end now, because this is how I do it, which works for me, is I will just whack a blob on the end. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, it's just a blob of glue. But what you are supposed to do is you get the pink slab of glue, you put it down somewhere, you get the pen, and I think you are supposed to sort of stab it, like if you're cutting cookies to bake, and then when you take the pen out there is a blob of glue inside the end, and by the end of it I think your pink glue putty stuff ends up just looking like a bit of Swiss cheese with holes. But I think that's how you're meant to do it, just in case anyone wanted to know. But like I said, I just whack a bit on the end, and I still don't like it. I can't get on with these stupid pens. I am a tweezer girl, I think. For me, it gets on my nerves. The glue it gets poked back in way too quickly, and I find myself having to reapply it all the time, and it's a bit tedious. So, but then again, with the round stones, they're a pain in the bum to pick up. So it is a bit easier with the pen, really. What else was I going to show you? Sorry, looking at my notes again. I thought I'd just show you some of the pictures that I've seen that I'd quite like to do. And I will show you well, I won't bother showing you the title underneath, because you can probably find them. Usually if I take a screenshot, I'll leave the title underneath, so if it's something like, I don't know, Peacock's Garden or something, then I can search for it easily again. But there's a few nice ones. If you're into the sort of peacocky type pictures. There's a nice peacocky one. There's that one which I think is quite nice. There's quite a few nice ones that I really like. Hope you can see all these properly. But yeah, this is just a few because there are so many nice ones. It's hard to pick, etc, etc. And the reason why I'm looking at getting more, well, obviously to do them, but I've had a bit of an idea about what I want to do as far as rotations. What I'm thinking of doing, which I think someone who does floss tube, who does cross stitch does, and I'm pretty much copying them, is they have a rotation where they have 3 projects on the go and they do 1 per 10 days, so you fit the 3 in the month. And I think that will be a really good thing to do. But yeah, I've got 2 on the go now. I do have a 3rd, but I don't know. I don't think I want to start that yet because it is very similar to the Lovely Dream Princess. It is the companion piece to it, or rather in the same series. So I don't really want to start that. I want to get a different one and start something completely different. That's why I started the wolf one, because I wanted something different, more muted colours and less confetti, because the other one is very busy. But yeah, I think I'll just need to pick a few paintings and get them ordered, and maybe I can just get my other half to buy them and call them Christmas presents. But yeah, that's it really. It's exciting. I'll find a few things to do and I'll start a rotation up. So 10 days of each, and that should work out quite well. I wasn't really keen on the idea of doing rotations at first because I thought, you know, if you're doing one project then the other one's not getting done. But I think it would be nice to change it up, really, have a bit of variety. So yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing. And one last thing that I wanted to say, which again I keep forgetting to say, thank you everyone for watching my videos and for subscribing. I think I've got about, I don't know, 135 subscribers, and for me that's, I know for some people, you know, they have 1 billion subscribers and 130 odd is nothing to them, but for me it's a lot. I'm surprised that people would subscribe to me, and I think the video that I done last year, the first diamond painting video, has got about 23,000 views, which is a lot. It's crazy. So that's nice. I'm glad that people are watching and they're getting something out of my videos. If anything, I think it's nice to watch these sort of videos if you're, you know, diamond painting and you've got a video going in the background. That's why I usually watch floss tube videos, even though I don't cross stitch. It's just kind of nice to see what other people are doing and see their projects. I find it quite inspiring. And I can't find anyone else who's doing 5D videos. So that's, you know, why I'm doing these as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. That's really nice. I've only had a couple of thumbs down, I think. But whatever, you can't please everyone. I don't care. And that's it. I will probably be doing some sticking over the Christmas period. Does make me laugh. When you have cross stitches who talk about their stitchy bug, we obviously must have a sticky bug. So yeah, I'll be sticking over Christmas period, and come January, if I've bought things, I'll start doing my new rotation and hopefully getting some progress made. I've taken some pictures of the progress where I'm at now, so in the next video I can insert pictures and do all fancy stuff. And then it'll maybe make the videos a bit easier to watch, a little bit more professional. But I think that's it really. Yeah, like I said, I hope everyone's doing okay. Come and join the Facebook group. I'll put a link underneath, maybe if I can find it again. I think there's about, oh I don't know, still about 500 odd members. So come and join us, say hello, and have a good Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year, in 2017. Unless I do a pregnancy video in the meantime and you watch that, then you might see me sooner. But yeah, have a good Christmas everyone, and I'll see you around. Bye!